Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the maths class. Dear students, in the last class, we have finished the introduction of relations and different types of relations and functions. Right? In this class, I am going to start exercise 1 in the chapter 2. Okay? Now, let's see the first problem. If x by 3 plus 1 comma y minus 2 by 3 is equals to 5 by 3 1 by 3, find the values of x and y. For this I gave one basic point: a comma b is equals to c comma d if and only if a is equals to c and b is equals to d. So based on this condition we have to equate this order pairs. So that's why x by 3 plus 1 is equals to 5 by 3 and y minus 2 by 3 is equals to 1 by 3. So here x by 3 is equals to 5 by 3 minus 1. So x by 3 is equals to, here do LCM, 3 it is. So 5 minus this is 1 by 1 3 times 3, that equals to 2 by 3. So x by 3 is equals to 2 by 3, then x is equals to 3 into 2 by 3, then 3 cancel, here it is 2, x is equals to 2. Now let's see the second. Here it is y value you need to find out. So y is equals to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 here. So y is equals to, here directly you can add these two. When the denominators are same, directly add the numerators. 1 plus 2 3 by 3 it is. So 3 by 3 means 1. Y is equals to 1. So therefore x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 1. In this way you can find out the x and y values. Now let's see second problem. So here second problem is, if the set A has 3 elements and the set B is equals to 3 4 5, it means set B also has 3 elements. Then find the number of elements in A cross B. For this problem I gave one basic point: if set A has m elements, otherwise number of elements in set A m and number of elements in set B is equals to n, then the number of elements in A cross B is equals to m into n. So here set A has 3 elements, they given already, and set B already also have 3 elements. So A cross B having how many elements? So 9 elements, because m into n means 3 into 3. So that is equals to 9 elements. So A cross B having 9 elements in the set. Okay. Now let's see third problem. If G is equals to 7 8 and H is equals to 5 4 2, find G cross H and H cross G. For this problem you have to find out the Cartesian product of the sets G and H. So here two products you have to find out, G and H and G. So for this problem I gave one basic point: G cross H and H cross G, these are never be equal. So let's see. So G is equals to the given 7 and 8 and H is equals to 5 4 2. So first you need to find out G cross H. G cross H, that is the first question. So G cross H means 7 5, 7 and 5, 7 4 and 7 and 2 according to the definition. Next 8 5, 8 4 and 8 2. Okay, in this way you have to find out G cross H. Just H cross G also we need to find out, because in the question H cross G also you need to find out. Just these values order pair should be just reversed. So here it is 5 7, 5 8. So 5 4 7, 4 8. Next 2 7, 2 8. Just these order pairs are reversed, which are reversed for which are available in G cross H. Okay, in this way you have to find out G cross H and H cross G. So we can conclude that G cross H is not equals to H cross G. Already I gave this basic point for you. Okay, now let's see the fourth problem. So state whether each of the following statements are true or false. If the statement is false, rewrite the given statement correctly. So here in this problem, so some statements are given. Based on these statements, we have to decide whether the statement is true or false. If it is false, then should write the correct statement. Okay, now let's see. First statement, if P is equals to M, N and Q is equals to N, M, then P cross Q is equals to Mn and Nm order pairs only. So this is absolutely false, because so here P has two elements and Q has two elements. So then total number of elements in P cross Q is 2 into 2 is 4. But here in this set there is only two elements. So that's why it is false statement. For this true statements, once see. So here P is equals to M and N and Q is equals to Nm. So simply we know that total P cross Q has how many elements? 4 elements. It means 2 into 2 is 4. So what are those 4 elements? Once look at it. So here P cross Q is equals to M, N and M and M, N and N and N and M. So N and M. Last here it is N and M. So this is the set of P cross Q. This is the correct statement for the given statement in fourth problem. First one. Now let's see the second statement. If A and B are non-empty sets, then A cross B is a non-empty set of order pairs XY such that X belongs to A and Y belongs to B. So we can say that this is a true statement, because the definition of order pair is A and B are two non-empty sets and A cross B is a non-empty set of order pairs. So here X belongs to A and Y belongs to B. This, based on the definition, we can say that this statement is a true statement. Now let's see the third statement. If A is equals to 1, 2, B is equals to 3, 4, then A cross B intersection C is equals to 5. Let's see this is true or false statement. Okay. So for this, A is equals to 1 and 2 and B is equals to 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Now the question is A cross B intersection C is equals to 5. This is the statement. So we should decide this is a true statement or false statement. So now let's see first. So in this B cross B intersection 5, we need to calculate first. B intersection 5, that is equals to B is 3 and 4. Intersection of pi value is how much? There is pi only. Pi means there is no element. So in this expression B intersection Q, there is no common element. So that's why it is a pi. So B intersection pi. So already I gave one point regarding this. If A is equal to pi or B is equals to pi, then A cross B is also equals to pi, because there is the number of elements or 0. It means there is no element. So that's why in A cross B also there is no elements. So now let's see A cross B intersection 5 is equals to A cross means A value is 1 and 2 here. It's cross. B intersection pi is pi. If you multiply with pi, you will get pi only again. So that's why this statement is also true statement. Okay. Now let's see the fifth problem. So this is also very simple. Already you know how to find out this. Just A cross A you need to find out. So here until now you have find out the Cartesian product of only 2 sets. Now you have to find out Cartesian product of 3 sets. Okay, now let's see how we can find out Cartesian products of 3 sets. So here the set is given, that is A is equals to -1 and 1 it is. Okay, so but we need to calculate A cross A. So first we should find out A cross A. So A is equals to -1 1. So A cross A means just so here -1 to -1 and -1 to 1 and 1 to -1 and 1 to 1. So this is A cross A. Still we need to calculate it cross -1 and 1. Again it is A. With this set you need to find out. So now let's see. So -1 and -1 it is. So here 2 elements, here 1 element. Next again -1 here it is 1 and second one -1 1 here -1 and -1 1 this 1. Next third one 1 -1 -1 1 -1 1. Here fourth one 1 1 1 -1. So here it is 1 1 and 1 only. This is the A cross A. So one check it. So first A has how many elements? 2 elements. So again A is 2 elements. Again A has 2 elements. Right? If you find out the number of elements in A cross A, you will get 8 because 2 into 2 into 2 total how many elements? You got 8 elements. One check here, you are getting 8 elements or not. This represents the total A cross A here. Okay, so one check, this set contains 8 elements or not, because the number of elements in A cross A is equals to 8. So one check in this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So that's why A cross A is equals to how many elements it contains? 8 elements only. In this way you have to find out the Cartesian product of 3 sets. Okay, now let's see the 6th problem. So if A cross B is equals to set of A comma X, A comma Y, B comma X and B comma Y, find A and B. This is very simple problem because given directly the product Cartesian product of A and B, just you have to find out the number of elements in set A and those elements, and number of elements in set B and those elements you have to find out in 6th problem. So here the first coordinates in each order pair represents the set of elements in set A, and the second coordinates in the order pairs of this set represents the elements in order B. So directly you can write, there is no calculation part for this problem. Okay, now let's see A is 7th problem. A is equal to 1 2, B is equal to 1 2 3 4, C is equals to 5 6 and D is equals to 5 6 7 8. Verify that A cross B intersection C is equals to A cross B intersection A cross C, and second one is A cross C is a subset of B cross D. So here I'll explain one problem for this. You can solve the remaining problems based on this first one. Okay, so in this second problem, just A cross C is a subset of B cross D means first you have to find out A cross C and also find out B cross D. If the elements which are available in A cross C are also available in B cross D, then A cross C is a subset of B cross D. So now let's see first A cross B intersection C. First one we'll check. So here A is equals to given, that is A is equals to 1 2 and B is equals to 1 2 3 4 and C is equals to 5 6 and D is equals to 5 6 7 8. This is the given information. Now the first one is A cross B intersection C. A cross B intersection C. So in this, first you have to find out B intersection C value. So B intersection C is equals to, B is 1, 2, 3, 4. Intersection of C, what is C? 5 and 6. Intersection means what? The common elements in both the sets. So but here if you observe, there is no common elements in these two sets. So that's why B intersection C is pi. Clear? So when B intersection C is pi, then A cross pi is equals to how much? Pi. Because of here pi means there is no elements in this set. So A cross pi is equals to pi. There is no elements. This is the LHS part of the first problem. This is LHS part. Okay. Now let's see the second problem. Say RHS part. A cross B intersection A cross C. So A cross B intersection A cross C. So in this expression, first you have to find out A cross B. So A cross B, A is what? 1, 2 and B is 1, 2, 3, 4. So A cross B I am going to find out. So A is equals to 1, 2 and B is equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4 here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. First A cross B, let's see. A cross B means this set will, each element in set A must be mapped with set element in set B. So 1, 1 and 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Next 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 and 2, 4. This is the set represents the A cross B. Now let's see A cross C. A cross C. What is the C value? C is equals to, already given that. What is given? 5 and 6 already given, right? So A cross C. C is equals to 5 and 6. So these two you need to be considered. This set and this set. So 1 and 5 and 1, 6 and 2, 5 and 2, 6. Right? This set represents the A cross C. Now the conclusion is A cross B is intersection A cross C. This is the final problem in this in the first one. So first we are already calculated A cross B and also A cross C. But we are going to apply the intersection operation between these two products. So intersection means what? The set of common elements available in the both the sets, right? So that's why if we observe A cross B and A cross C, there is no common elements in these two sets, right? So that's why, so there also A cross B intersection A cross C is equals to how much? Pi. We can conclude that A cross B intersection C is equals to A cross B intersection of A cross C. Clear? In this way you have to calculate the Cartesian product of the two sets or three sets. This is very simple. So second problem is a homework for you. So if you understand the first problem, you can be easily solve the second problem, because just find out A cross C and B cross D. Already you have calculated in A cross C in the first problem. So B cross D you have to find out. Then check is there all the elements of A cross C are available in B cross D or not. If all the elements from A cross C is also in B cross D, then we can definitely say that A cross C is a subset of B cross D. Again, so if you go through the basics of relation functions, you can easily solve these kind of problems. I hope you understand all of you or get my point. So we'll meet in the next session. If you have any doubts, you can contact me. Thank you.